So we just got into Los Angeles. We're here because we're going to Beverly Hills again. Some of you guys might remember we did this 3 years ago for spring break. Well, we're here for spring break again. So this is our rental car. Just like last time, it's a BMW, but it's an X5 as opposed to the M340i we had last time. So let's go ahead and fire it up. Okay. Says key is missing. Uh-oh.
Right, it's in the cup holder.
No, it's not.
Or wherever I said it was.
Oh, there it is. Okay. See what happens now. All right. Ignition on. Okay, we're good to go. I'll just keep the key fob in my pocket. Okay, automatic lights, full LED headlights. Okie doke. I'm gonna go ahead and hold on.
Oh, you want to put that back here?
Whatever.
Okay.
Either way works.
And then I will need the ticket, and I'll go pay that before we leave.
I have no idea where that's gonna be. Okay. This is an xDrive40i model. It's funny, the listing said this was an S-Drive. It's kind of rare to see a four-wheel drive vehicle in California. Most are front or rear wheel drive. Our M340i rental 3 years ago when we were here was rear wheel drive. So I'm just going to ride passenger for this trip, but for the majority of the time that I'm here, I'm going to be driving this car. I will make a POV video, I will make a review. I love the interior lighting already, it is amazing. I'll go over all the details and features of the vehicle.
I'm going to go pay this.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
I thought you paid at the
No, it says
gate.
pay it before you leave.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
a stand where you walk up to it.
Alrighty. Also, one neat feature is automatic high beams. So with the lights in auto and the lights on, so it has to be dark, you press this and then a pilot light lights up for automatic high beams, indicating that the system is ready. And then the high beams will automatically turn on and off depending on ambient lighting conditions, as well as other vehicles being within close proximity of the camera mounted up there. But anyway, we're just going to wait for Mom to pay the ticket, and then we're going to be out of here. It's just a parking ticket sort of thing. I mean, not really I mean, alright, so maybe I'm using the wrong set of words, but you know what I mean. Obviously, if you're parking in an airport parking lot, you have to pay for that, and so therefore you just get a parking pass per se. Alright, so slight change of plans. Mom was unable to find a kiosk where you can pay your ticket, but we're going to see if we can just pay the ticket at the gate. But anyway, check this out. So we have your drive modes here: Sport, Comfort, Eco, Pro. But check this out. HDC, that means hill descent control. So they switched from a symbol to an abbreviation for hill descent control. Then we have automatic brake hold, parking brake. Funny enough, if you pull this while driving, it activates what is known as the emergency stop assistant. So that way, in the event the driver has a medical emergency, any one of the occupants can just lift this up briefly and the car will automatically bring itself to a safe and complete stop whenever it's possible, and it notifies emergency services automatically. So let's see if you remember how to work this gear shifter.
Okay.
Do you know how to put it into reverse?
Like that?
That is drive. See, you would definitely crash this car if I weren't with you.
There we go.
Now it's in reverse.
All right.
Brake hold is on, so all you have to do is press the accelerator and you're off.
Okay.
And away we go.
And I want to make sure there's no heat on in this vehicle.
There's not. At least there shouldn't be. Oh, it's not an auto. There we go. That's neutral.
And that's drive. A little tug.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we go to the right.
So what are your first impressions of the X5 so far?
It feels beautiful. The handling is wonderful, almost effortless. And I like how I'm sitting up high. The seat's pretty hard, but that can be good.
Yes, that can be adjusted.
Okay.
I think the lumbar is like all the way inflated, it seems like. Okie doke. Alright, should probably pop it in neutral for safety.
Okay.
Just a half click forward.
Okay. And do I have the brake hold on?
Yes.
You can
Brake
tell.
hold is on.
Alright.
Because when the park light's green, that means the brakes are being held.
Scan the barcode. How do I do that? I don't get it. Where do I do that? Here?
Do you see a barcode reader anywhere?
Well, it says scan barcode.
Just one
Insert
second.
Insert ticket.
Okay.
Wow, $60.
We figured it out. Hold on one second. Let me zoom in on that.
Paying with credit card.
$60. Jesus.
Insert credit card.
All right, we have a full tank of gas, so we have to return it with a full tank of gas.
Return to pay station. Payment canceled. Please remove ticket.
Uh-oh. Well, that can't be good. Well, we're finally out of the parking garage.
Keep right to continue on South Sepulveda Boulevard.
Just following the GPS directions here. Taking it nice and easy.
Keep
Nothing
right to
crazy.
continue on South Sepulveda Boulevard. Continue on South Sepulveda Boulevard for 1.5 miles.
It's almost crazy how it's been 3 years since we were last here.
In-N-Out Burger.
Oh, how about that?
Should we turn around and go there?
If you want. Just gotta be careful. People around here drive like maniacs.
Or we can just continue to go and we'll get to the one near Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I'd say that's more convenient.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to the Lamborghini dealership, which, by the way, people, the new Lamborghini is finally out. It is called the, shoot, I already forgot what it was called, but it starts with an R. I'll remember eventually. Huh. Is this a hybrid?
Don't know.
Interesting. I mean, you know, I don't know, but there should be an auto start stop off toggle somewhere. That's usually right near the start button, but I don't see one in this car. So I'm not really sure, but this could be a hybrid. I'm just not entirely sure. Although, you know what? I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that. Sorry. So currently it's 2:14. Check-in is not until about 4 p.m.
Turn right onto Howard Hughes Parkway.
for the apartment that we're renting out. So our plan of attack right now is to have lunch at In-N-Out Burger. Apparently their food is really good, so we'll give it a whirl. And then we're going to be going to the Beverly Hills Lamborghini dealership. And by the way, Lamborghini has just revealed the new Revuelto.
Turn right on Howard Hughes Parkway.
The Revuelto replaces the Aventador.
You don't get to go.
Exactly. What is he thinking? And it's a 1,015 horsepower hybrid supercar.
Take the I-405 ramp.
And let's just say this car is going to be nothing short of amazing once it's released, because it was unveiled today, but it has not been released yet. But either way, I'm excited to talk about it with the people at the Lamborghini dealership, because I'm sure they're excited about when the car is going to be out as well. But anyway, something weird I've noticed about this car that I've never noticed in any other BMW I've been in is the fact that there's no way to turn off the auto start stop, and yet this is not even a hybrid. This is just a run-of-the-mill xDrive40i BMW X5, not a hybrid, and there's no way, as far as I'm aware, to turn off the auto start stop. I tried it in iDrive. I have not seen a button to turn that off, because usually it's right next to the start stop button, but as you can see, nothing there. So kind of weird, but I can live with it. Oh, it said ooh, looks like you're going on a roundabout. Oh, you're just merging off of this onto the highway. Well, that's easy. And we have one of these interesting stoplights here.
So I have to stop.
Yeah, but it's funny because it turns green before you're fully stopped.
Oh, you do every other person.
Yeah. Yep, now you gotta stop. There we go.
Thanks, everybody.
That's like the one time I won't harp on people for not fully stopping.
Do I just keep
Just because it goes green before you're
6
fully
miles.
stopped. Give you guys a good view of the palm trees there. At least one palm tree anyway. Oh, there's some more over there.
I know if I can get any commuter lane, I'm allowed to be over there. I just don't know if I can get over there.
It's interesting that the speed limit is only 45 here. It should be 60 at least. My seat back a bit, so when I climbed in, I need this part of the dash, and that was pretty uncomfortable, not gonna lie.
Okay, we are now entering the carpool lane because we have 2 or more people, so we can do it.
Sweet. The weirdest thing about carpool lanes is the fact that you have double yellow lines, so if you wanted to merge over, you couldn't until you no longer saw double yellow lines.
Well, what if you have to take the exit, though? I think you're allowed to. Maybe?
You might be right.
I'm going to take exit 55 B and C. Did you say you saw the speed limit?
Yeah, it said 45.
Okay.
I'm-
Traffic coming the other way.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I thought Illinois traffic was horrible. Jesus. look at this. Camaro with yellow wheels, paint to sample.
Wow.
Well, it sure feels good to be back, doesn't it?
Sure does.
So it's interesting because this car was listed as a 2022 and it has 27,000 miles, which is a lot considering the year. So it either means people are renting this car all the time or it's not a 2022.
I realize I haven't taken any photos of the vehicle yet.
We can do so when we get parked.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
But I should have taken the
Yeah.
odometer.
I'm sure it won't be a big deal.
Can you see what it reads?
27016. Yep, 4 miles. So I'm not really sure if buses can be in the carpool lane. I don't think so. But obviously, if you have more than one person in the vehicle, it's fair game. So let me know, are buses, including school buses, allowed to use the carpool lane on the highway? Because that would be interesting if that is allowed.
Traffic's not that bad.
Yeah.
Probably get over fairly soon.
Okay.
We only got 2 miles. I think I'm gonna get over now. Yeah, I think. Oops.
Yeah, just do it when it's safe.
Yeah. And that was the end of the double yellow as well.
Yep. We did it just before, but
Yeah.
don't tell anyone. Oh, and it looks like there's a bit of a slowdown.
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wah. A lot of school buses out today. Well, then again, it is a school day. Because not everybody's on spring break at the same time. That's really one thing I wish were the case, is that everybody would have the same spring break all around the country. Why do you say that?
Well, just say, let's say Disney World, for example. It would be just overrun with people.
Jam-packed? Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, just imagine if everyone's spring break were at the same time, then everybody could say spring break bitches at the same time. It's a Spring Breakers reference, although in Spring Breakers they say spring break forever bitches. But either way, I still think the saying is pretty funny because it's all about excitement because it's spring break. Well, 6 minutes to Beverly Hills. Amazing as that is.
See you later.
Huh. Tesla dealer out in the middle of nowhere. Interesting. All the Elon Musk fanboys would go there for service.
In a quarter mile, take exit 55BC for Wilshire Boulevard.
Okay.
Take exit 55BC, then keep right at the fork to continue on exit 55B. Keep right at the fork to continue on exit 55B. In a quarter mile, merge onto Wilshire Boulevard.
Well, I remember this street.
Yeah.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Gailey Avenue.
And then we should see the sign for Beverly Hills pretty soon.
Now we're first going to In-N-Out Burger.
Yes.
So that might not technically be Beverly Hills yet.
All right.
So it's probably the next light. I'm going to have to get up there kind of fast.
Well, that should be no problem. You can floor it, or you've got paddle shifters at your disposal. Or you can slide that gear shifter over and shift manually by rocking it back or forth. Ooh, Aston Martin. I believe that's a DB11, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. Not too familiar, but they all look the same. a beast.
Yes.
Turn left onto Gailey Avenue.
Uh-oh. Yep. Now you get a taste of my luck. Like when I'm driving the school bus, for example. I get those kinds of red lights all the time. It's so stupid and frustrating, but something we all got to deal with.
Only 0.4 of a mile away.
Yep. You know what would be funny is if you didn't know how to put it into park, and I got that on video again. Hit the P. Never forget. All right.
Your destination is on the right.
So we're just pulling up to In-N-Out Burger.
Okay, now the question is, where do we park?
Yeah, it looks like the drive-thru's there, so we might have to loop around and find parking.
Okay, we're just, okay. Historic Theater, public parking to the right. Is public parking. Can I just go this way? Yeah.
Yep.
If there were a spot on the street, that would be the best. But I don't mind paying to park because we're on vacation.
Well, I mean, you have to pay either way because there are meters, and it is not your turn, buddy.
Okay, I might have come in the wrong way. I don't know, people. I'm gonna pay to park. How about that?
Well, I don't think you did, because that Nissan Altima back there is
Same
parked.
thing? All right.
All right, let's quiz you on something. So I'm going to turn off the auto hold.
All right.
First you do what?
Brake.
Yes.
Parking brake,
Parking brake.
which is
Nope, that's parking
oh,
sensors.
it's this right here.
Parking brake. Okay, parking brake is on.
And then I push that,
You did it.
and that's it.
And now you turn off the car
Right.
with
which
the
is
start
right here.
button. And now we're good to leave.
All right.
All right, so picking up the video, just had lunch at In-N-Out Burger, and I gotta say, it was pretty good, but I'm not sure I'd ever eat here again, because the food, I mean, it tasted great, don't get me wrong, but it didn't look so good. Then again, looks can be deceiving, which is why it tasted awesome. So, the more you know. But yeah, I'll definitely say this much. The food was great, but it's not going to match Buffalo Wild Wings anywhere close to it. All right, and back to our rental car in a public parking lot. As you can see, you have to pay to park, but you text to pay, which is pretty interesting. Man, I just love the look of this X5. So anyway, I'm going to take the wheel from here. So as such, I cannot videotape because videotaping and driving is illegal unless, of course, you're not holding the camera. So say, for instance, I want to POV video this car. That's perfectly fine. But anyway, let's go ahead and start it up. So if you press the button 3 times in quick succession, that turns on the ignition without starting the engine. So now we're going to start it up. Engine's running. And we're good to go. So I'll catch you at the Lamborghini dealership. Alright, so slight change of plans. We decided to come to where we're staying. And I gotta say, this has got to be the diciest parking job I've ever done. But thankfully, good teamwork and good technology helped me achieve this. I was able to back in. Sure, it was a multi-point turn, but I did it. Got out just fine. But I gotta say, what the hell were they thinking when they built these? Because these spaces are so narrow, if you're not 100% precise, you're gonna damage other people's cars, like just door dings, minor stuff like that. But yeah, it's so stupid, honestly. But we're here, cars in one piece, that's all that matters. We're gonna go to the Lamborghini dealership in a bit, but for right now, we're checking in, we're gonna chill. We're gonna go to dinner later at California Pizza, which has the most delicious pizza in the world, by the way. At least that's my opinion, but everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Like, I think Mod Pizza is delicious too. It's just nowhere near California Pizza Kitchen. So I just took note of this. Unauthorized or improperly parked vehicles will be impounded at vehicle owner's expense. So that just goes to show you, if you can't do it right, you're gonna get towed. Alright, so quick change of plans. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, my mom suddenly is not feeling all that well, so she's back at the apartment, resting up. I hope she feels better soon. So that being said, I'm all by myself. I wanted to go to the Lamborghini dealership, but unfortunately I just couldn't find parking. And to tell you the truth, it was a challenge finding parking for where I am now. I'm about to go have dinner. So the dealership's open till 7, but I'm not making any guarantees that I'm going to go there today. I'm probably going to skip it and just go straight to car spotting on Rodeo Drive after dinner or something like that. So I'll catch you guys after that. All right, so back in the car, just got done with dinner, and I've noticed a couple of things. So number one, this is a feature I really like. I'm not sure what year BMW updated this, but whenever you set automatic high beams, every time it gets dark and the automatic light sensor triggers the headlights, that setting stays put. So once you turn it on, it stays on. As in, you don't have to push this button again once you push it. Including if you were to toggle the lights manually. See, obviously, because it's not an auto now, the automatic automatic high beam feature is also disabled. But once you go back to auto, it's back on, and I did not have to touch this button again. Then it just turns it off, but yep, back on. So once again, manual headlights, automatic lights are off, automatic, back on. Much like a Porsche, because I noticed that it works exactly the same in newer Porsche models with a push-button headlight switch. Audi, kind of the same thing as well, but if you take it out of automatic mode, you have to reactivate the automatic high beams again. Whereas if you were to just keep it in auto all the time, that setting would stay on indefinitely. Another thing I've noticed is that I talked earlier in the video about the fact that there is no button to toggle the auto start stop system on and off with, but there are two ways that you can disable that. One, you can slide the gear shifter over into M/S for sport or manual shifting, or you can activate one of the 3 sport modes, either Sport, Sport Plus, or Sport Individual. Either one of those things will disable auto start stop. But it's just kind of weird how this car in particular doesn't have a button to do that anymore. Alright, so car spotting is done. We're at the Shell over here. I'm going to top off the tank. So parking brake on and vehicle off. Pardon the emergency sirens there, but check this out. So those gas prices are pretty pricey, but they're not as pricey as ones I saw at a different Shell earlier. Like, we're talking $6.19 a gallon for premium versus $8 for premium. Like when I saw that, I was like, this isn't even a bra moment. What the actual fuck are these gas prices? But anyway, we're just gonna fill up the tank and then head home. Well, I don't know how to explain this. This Shell station is having problems, so I had to move from that pump to that pump and then to the other side of this pump just to get gas. So those two pumps are not working. One was displaying an error message saying the card reader was not working. The other was saying card swipe is not allowed at this time. So that's super weird, but at least I got gas. And at least I'm not paying $8 a gallon at that other Shell station. I mean, what the hell? So let's just go ahead and go home, call it a night. I'll pick up with you guys tomorrow.